as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still over.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. We'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the 2 of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
They give to Achane on the option. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On the throw, running too much that time. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Myers' kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay, looking to put a drive together.
18 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Buffalo 18. Let's go.
Off the play fake, Thompson Robinson. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for a Bills 1st down.
A DTR going to throw it here. Throwing the out route It's Ali. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bengals'
Here we go,
46-yard line.
60 Eagles, 6, come 19, come 19.
Thompson Robinson now. Thomas is going to complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 35. Play action, now Thompson Robinson. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. When you look at this Buffalo defense, this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Backfield empty here. It's 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Fielded just inside the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
And now an audible here into something else. Throwing, Duggan. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Brian Thomas with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bills have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Hey, middle.
Jackson now. Throw caught by Achane. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Devon Achane, 34 yards. And the Bengals are able to move back in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
There's a short one pulled in by Simmons.
Well, it's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it here. That is incomplete. So certainly an interesting. Call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You want some explanations.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
A give left side. Here's Achane. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
And the Bengals first down. and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. Now he's going to... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Harmon. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Jackson. And, it's incomplete. That would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jonnu Smith, 26 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
To throw is Duggan. He finds his man complete. That's Ali. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down.
Second and 6 at the 30.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
19 Lions. Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos.
Duggan looking to throw. Working downfield. He's got Thornton. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35.
That's good for a Bills first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Vaughn is in. Touchdown, Bills. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby. Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Here's one deep for Pickens. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. .30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Finds Pickens out right. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Myers connects on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Duggan will look to throw this.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Duggan now to throw.
Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
To throw is DTR.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell.
Oh, that is incomplete.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
70. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Thompson Robinson now.
These guys running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
13 yards on the play. That's good.
Now they'll change things up.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, it's a run with Ali. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Thompson Robinson off of play action. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Throwing, Thompson Robinson. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Throw out wide is incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. To throw again is Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something they at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first down, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Thompson Robinson here from the gun.
Looking long for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Bronco 80.
Again, Thompson Robinson will look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Going for it, Thompson Robinson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Duggan to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Duggan. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ali. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Throwing, Duggan. This is Fant on the short completion. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's one deep for Pickens. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Vaughn on first and 10. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Here now, second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Back to throw. Dugan. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
Off play action. Dugan. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Devin Lloyd. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Duggan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Shut up!
Here's a toss left for Achane. Taken down at the 42. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stick.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Bills are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Deontay Banks on the coverage.
Running behind center with Vaughn. And he's got room. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Looking to throw. Dugan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
4 yards. That's another Bills.
Now they'll audible to something else.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10.
Warriors 70. 70 Lions. Let go.
The DTR going to throw it here. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. From the gun, it's Thompson Robinson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Thompson Robinson now to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
70 Timberwolves. 18 Pioneer.
Thompson Robinson throwing here. To the left side, pass caught by Thornton. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line.
An
audible here to get a new look.
Buffalo 18. Cup 19. Cup 19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. George Pickens, 65 yards. And the Bengals use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because...
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Bronco 80.
50 yards on the play. And the Bills first down.
Off the play fake, Thompson Robinson. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Thompson Robinson now. And caught by Thomas. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Butker on for the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Here's Thompson Robinson.
That is taken in by the tight end Finn. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's good for a Bills.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
This one swung out to Vaughn. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That's another Bills. First down.
Thompson Robinson.
Caught on the slant. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And that is incomplete, but there's a flag down. So let's see what we've got. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
No, we changed it. What?
Now Jackson.
They're going to find the open man. That's complete.
And he will have a Bengals first down, and it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it.
That's good.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today, and really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time. To 7070 Collins.